have no competitor. We have no competitor who can come and compete with us. Danger! Let them team up.
At least let them try. This is the Sunup Breakfast Show. Oh my goodness, it's a Monday. And if you're rushing for work and you're supposed to be there at 8 in the morning, you are 17 minutes late. Shame on you. Whoa. And if you're already in the office and you've been listening to us from about 8 in the morning, big round of applause to you. Good on you. You're a good person. You're good people.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Text message line is 0769122 It is the Sunup Breakfast Show. And this part of it is probably brought to you by Milk It Milkshake.
Mm-hmm. You can get Milk It Milkshake in strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, banana, coconut cream, caramel, and iced coffee, 250 and 500 milliliters, which is my preferred size.
Amen. You like big sizes, don't you?
Of course.
All right, so finance.
Zanaco.
Finance Minister Stubeko Msokotwane says it is normal to have deviations in the 8th National Development Plan. Dr. Msokotwane made these remarks during parliamentary debates on Thursday concerning the Planning and Budgeting Committee's report on 2024 annual progress report regarding the 8 NDP's implementation. The committee's report was subsequently adopted. He explained that deviations occurred even in homes and companies, but what was important was implementing the biggest picture or the bigger picture. What do you change in your budget when something happens?
When something happens, you take away things that people can do without. Like if you were supposed to buy bread, peanut butter, jam, and
margarine,
and yeah, you take out maybe 2. You just remain with.
It's never peanut butter that's taken out.
Okay, you can take out the jam.
Yeah.
Or you can take out 1, or even the peanut butter and just remain with 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were supposed to pay for a full bouquet, for those who still pay for TV, you can pay for half of the bouquet and not the entire thing. If you were supposed to buy new shoes, you can, skip that and get the shoes next month.
The bigger picture is surviving that month, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. So other stories as well from the U.S. Embassy now. The U.S. Embassy in Zambia said of grand corruption and public procurement irregularities uncovered in the ZAMSA forensic audit. Meanwhile, the embassy says until those currently involved in the corruption face the public disgrace of being fired and jailed, the country will not stem public corruption. In response to a press query on the ZAMSA forensics audit, U.S. Ambassador, Acting Public Relations Officer Julian Cruz stated that the country should not expect to see change until and unless bold, meaningful public accountability was imposed on those involved in real time. So I wonder who it is, though.
Senior government officials?
Yeah, I mean, we know that people have been summoned and some people are in court, but don't we want to see faces?
Yes. In our country, there's always been that thing where if you're ruling at the time, you're a government official, you feel almost untouchable. Like the hands of the law cannot reach you where you are because you're in a position of power and you're walking along the corridors of authorities. So we've got that mindset. You are once you lose that power. So let's see what happens.
Once the traffic lights change from green to red.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what goes. Every time that you have a car fault, you want to go to a mechanic, somebody just within the neighborhood, because you know that okay, but balabadi chipako, badi Range Rover, Nanguku, Auto World, or wherever else.
Toyota Zambia, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the Lusaka City Council swung into action against unauthorized motor vehicle repair workshops operating in undesignated areas of the city. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba says the enforcement exercise was carried out in collaboration with state police across various parts of Lusaka. Ms. Mwamba says the operation is aimed at promoting public safety, reducing traffic congestion, and also curbing environmental hazards. She has since urged all motor vehicle repair businesses to ensure they engage qualified personnel and operate from approved sites. Ms. Mwamba adds that licensed workshops must have proper waste disposal system and environmental safeguards to ensure vehicle repairs are carried out safely and responsibly.
Yeah, I mean, like, at some place, that a mechanic stays there.
Yes, that is true.
And I always wonder how the neighbors feel that there are always cars parked in the road or whatever it is. Just doesn't look pretty.
It does not. And it is inconveniencing, but it is what it is.
I mean, you're not going to go to the neighbor and say, stop the business that you're doing. But car repairs, because and by the way, they always say that if you go to a mechanic's place and you find that there are a lot of dead cars, that's not a good mechanic.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there should be no cars there at all. All right, the Zambia Police Service says the total of 10,170 cases of gender-based violence were recorded countrywide between April and June. Can you believe? April, May, June. Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah, 10,000. In a statement on Friday, Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga said these figures indicate an increase of 852 cases compared to 9,318 recorded in the same time period last year.
Wow.
The Zambia Police Service, through the Victim Support Unit, has completed the analysis of gender-based violence.
10,000 cases.
10,000.
In 3 months. I said this even last time. As a nation, we need to find a way to maybe promote responsible drinking, because alcohol is quite distracting.
Do relationships and alcohol go together?
I don't think so.
I've seen some happy couples when they're drinking, they're happy together.
Yeah.
They drink together. And then I've seen some unhappy couples when they're drinking, one becomes outlandish, somebody becomes that. So it leads to that, especially when there are unspoken things that you haven't dealt with. They usually get dealt with once your Dutch courage is there, once your mouth is a bit loose.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. But at the end of it all, I think just responsible alcohol intake should be advised. And then we have, I told you that I was at the hospital last evening. I was at a health facility, actually. Let me not call it a hospital. I was at a health facility, and then this man was brought in. I don't know where he was coming from, but then he fell into a drainage because he was so drunk. He could not even see where he was going. He had no idea what was going on with him. And then he fell into a drainage and he injured himself. I don't know which part of his body was injured. But by the time that he was brought to the facility, he was just dead, like full-blown drunk man. And 2 good Samaritans found him, and they used his phone to call, I don't know, one of the members of his family within a few minutes. Yes, his family came, and I heard somebody saying, and there was a lady who was sitting next to him who seemed quite unhappy about the ordeal, and he's put his family through hell. And people are still picking him up.
I always say this. I mean, you are trying to sell yourself, you're trying to make money, you're trying to do whatever it is, right? But you have crash landings every evening because of alcohol. And I've seen some really handsome people turn into not
Something
so handsome
else,
because of crash. They're called crash landings, by the way.
Okay.
Because the body knows that when it's falling, it's going to have its hands there so that you can protect the face and everything. So reflex that the hands are going to come in front, right? But you're drunk. You're so drunk that when you fall, your hands do not even try and
they can't
remedy
balance your body.
They don't want to help protect you, so you just fall flat on your face. I've seen a lot of friends whose faces every day there's the crash landing, and I'm like, where is this going, my brother?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, if you're trying to get a job, everyone's seen your face has crash landed so many places. They'll know that one, you drink too much. And also those guys who sell those. Have you ever met these guys?
Who sell?
The ones that sell cologne and say that they stole it from a shop.
Yeah.
They all have crash landing faces.
That is true.
I mean, like I was like.
That is absolutely true.
These companies that tell these guys to go and lie that they stole it, or it fell off the back of a truck, or they stole it from a shop, an Indian shop, or whatever. Do they pick just alcoholics or what?
Honestly, I don't know what criteria they use to pick them, but clearly the people they pick are alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite bad.
Yeah, and it's funny that that happens to a lot of people. Well, speaking in the first quarter, also out the figures for that. Well, Minister of Transport and Logistics Frank Tayari has revealed that a total of 682 road traffic crashes excuse me,
I need to talk to.
involving motorcycles were recorded from January to March.
Oh,
January, February, March, yeah?
how many did you say?
682,
Wow.
which resulted in 89 deaths.
Oh, my.
Yeah, responding to a question posed by Kasama Central MP Simongile Mwamba on Thursday, Tayari noted that among the measures implemented by government to address the issue, motorcycle riders would be required to undergo both practical and theory exams before a license is issued to operate public roads. You know, I always thought that like if you have a motorbike, you have to go to
the reports that we've been receiving, people have not been schooled about this. I mean, you see a lot of these riders with like 2 passengers on board.
2?
Yes.
4.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not having someone's junk on me and someone's junk behind me. I'm not having that. I find that so weird. Like, okay, even though you're trying to save some money and you're all going in the same area, 4 people on a motorcycle?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And they never wear helmets at all.
No.
Like, never, not once. I just think it's not safe, and it's sad that so many lives are being lost. We got statistics for Chipata just last week, and they're quite high. 3 accidents on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah. All right, so 02126171 if you haven't just checked.
No, we have a message from Mapalo Yuzia, actually, he had sent this message earlier during front page via our WhatsApp. So let me try to just get to his message. He says, "Good morning, Mr. Ngube and Ms. Lungu. Well, these people and lies, Mr. Hamasak. CDF is only accessible to a selected few, especially those aligned. Mapalo Yuzia from Ndola." And a message just in. This message says, Mr. Ngambi said they left Milimil at 150 kwacha. That's Frank Ngambi. And UPND has taken it to 350 kwacha. Let him tell us where it was at the time MMD were living so that people can make the judgment.